Hey everybody, Nick Dingle here again for the next Microsoft Excel 2013 video. This one's going to be a pretty quick one. We're just looking at saving, opening, and creating new spreadsheets. Okay, so this is the spreadsheet I've been working on the last couple of videos. If you've seen them, you'd know that. But if I go up here, there's a couple of easy ways to save. I can just click on the diskette file, just like I've done in Microsoft Word and probably every other Office application. And it's going to come up with the Save As dialog. All right, there's a couple of locations that you can add to. OneDrive, if you've got it set up and working. Now, if you don't know what OneDrive is, then please go search on YouTube because it's out of the scope of this video. I'm not going to talk about it. However, I'm just going to quickly click on Computer. I'm going to click Browse to save in a certain location, and Documents is probably a good place to start. Okay, I'm going to call this Bathurst Weather Data for the file. Always give them a good name, people, always please. And then double check the save as type that you're saving as. So traditionally a regular spreadsheet is just going to be an XLSX file. Okay, you've got heaps of options here that you can save from. I'd recommend save as an XLSX first if you don't know what you're doing, and then later on come back and you can save as a new type in a second. So I'm just going to click that one. If you want to change the author name, you can there. If you want to add some tags and you want to add a title, this is the place and time to do it. However, I'm just going to click Save. Okay, you'll see that the name at the top of the page here has changed to Bathurst Weather Data to indicate that that's the file I've got open. And now I can close that and open it up anytime that I want. Just like any other application, there's a couple of ways that you can open this file. And the simplest that you can use is going to be going to the folder where you saved it and double clicking on that file. You'll see that it's got a little Excel icon there. It even says under the type, Microsoft Excel worksheet. So if I double click, it just opens it straight up, and this is where we left off. It'll even leave the cursor in the last position that you're working in. Okay, so that's a pretty handy feature, I find. Anyway, so the other ways that you could open it, let's just close that for the moment. I could simply open up Excel, and there it is in my recent. Just like I demonstrated in the first video, you can just click on that. Bang, we're in. Third and final way, which is probably the longest and the way that I don't use at all, is by clicking File and then going to the Open selection and either selecting it in the recent workbooks or from Computer, and I'll just click Browse. Okay, it's already open, so it's not going to do much there. So that's the quickest way to open up a saved Excel sheet. Okay, let's say I do want to try saving as a different data type now. Okay, before I create new ones, I'm just going to try this one. I'm going to go to File again, just like I did with Open. I'm going to click Save As this time, okay? And I'm just going to quickly click Browse. All right. In the Save As type, you've got heaps of different ones here. Some of them I'm not going to talk about at all or ever, okay? And some of them I'm only going to brush over in certain videos. So let's say, for example, I wanted to create a template, which is an XLTX file. All right. I can simply click on that one, okay? Have a note of where it saves it to. When you click on templates, it automatically defaults to custom Office templates. I'm going to go back to Documents and I'm going to save in there. And now you'll notice I've got two of the same spreadsheet, but one is a worksheet and one is a template. Okay. Now what I've quickly done, I've just saved my spreadsheet in an old version format. Okay, so what I mean by that, so you'll see that I've now got, I'm just going to zoom in on these files, two of the same file. I've also got the third one there. I'm going to ignore him, but I've got an XLSX file, which is the format we're just talking about, and then an XLS format. XLS is the traditional Excel format. All right, it's actually an old format. That's why it's got an old icon on it. This is the modern one. This is actually the old one. And even the type says Microsoft Excel 97 to 2003 worksheet. If I open this guy up, okay, you'll see up the top it says Compatibility mode. Now what that means, it's opened up the file, but it's disabled some of the features of Microsoft Excel that I'm not allowed to use anymore. And an example of that would be slices and timelines. So you'll see a number of them over here that have been disabled simply because I'm working in compatibility mode. If you want to get out of compatibility mode, then you have to upgrade the file, which might mean the person who you got the file from may not be able to open it up anymore. Okay, so they need at least version 2007 and up to open an XLSX file. Okay, and so the way to upgrade it is pretty straightforward. Click on File and click Convert. Okay, and then it's going to ask you to save it. I'm just going to go Save. That's fine over the top of it. And it says the workbook conversion of the current file completed successfully. Okay, do you want to reopen the workbook now? And that's going to enable those disabled features at the top here. So I'm going to click yes, and there we go. So they're back up and ready to go. So that's just a quick example of what those look like. So creating a new spreadsheet is pretty darn easy. Once again, you go to File, you click the New button, and you've got those templates we saw on the very first video. So if you really feel like it, click on one of them and click Create, okay, and see what comes up. So there's some crazy stuff that you can get from the templates from Microsoft or anyone else that's uploaded their templates to it. But that's pretty much it for this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just going to go into the next one, which is probably going to be the first most interesting Excel video that I've done so far in the series. So I hope to see you there, and thank you very much for watching, everyone.